It's Brittany Bitch, and we're back. Welcome to Midnight Release, the Michelin star of the entertainment industry, where we give news, scores, and thoughts on the newest movies, shows, and video games. Please take a seat and enjoy the show.
Hot D is back, and the Hot D was out today.
The
Hot D was out. This is back to Game of Thrones sexuality, and oh my gosh, I'm so interested to see what you say about this episode, man.
Yeah, me too. It seems like just looking at the scores around different websites and stuff, they are a little off than what I am going to be ranking it.
Okay.
So I'm curious on what but yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Quick, no spoiler reaction. Go.
Not a huge fan. So initially, what did I write down? So this episode to me just dragged on and was confirming everything I thought was already happening or already going to happen or what was already in place with the backstabbing, the plots behind other people's backs,
Uh-huh.
So for me, this episode, I was very bored, not going to lie, in this episode. Because I just I kind of already assumed that, and then it kind of just confirmed it. So I'm like, okay, that was nothing new. And it did that multiple times.
Okay.
3 or 4 with different stories and different people,
Uh-huh.
And it just, so, to me, it just confirmed what I already thought was happening, which is good. I think now I got it. Okay, this is happening. We're going in this direction. But it was nothing new to me.
Okay.
Or nothing, yeah.
No new light shed.
No, not in my eyes, no.
Interesting. I'm looking back at these plot points and I'm trying to digest what you said.
Yeah.
Because again, we don't talk before, so I'm trying to digest a little bit.
That's what I'm trying not to say anything.
Yeah.
That could spoil.
Ooh.
The thing with this episode, initially, the acting was phenomenal. This was top tier for me in this episode.
Yes.
And even the writing, I thought the writing was on point too.
Yeah.
It just, like I said, I just felt like it confirmed everything I already thought was in place. So to me, it was okay.
Okay, for me, this is my favorite episode thus far.
Yep.
I thought it was a phenomenal episode.
Yep.
There were, looking at the plot points, 1, 2, 3, there's 3 or 4 scenes where I'm just was so happy with how they wrote it, how the acting went down, and then my excitement throughout it. I told Stacy throughout multiple of these scenes, I was like, this is why Hot D is better than Rings of Power. Because of these social, dramatic experiences, these things that are taking place.
Yeah.
So I just don't think Rings of Power will ever do that. And I know we're not trying to connect it, but I'm just trying to make that. I'm just trying to share why I felt this episode was so good, which was there was just these social conflicts that came into a one-on-one conversation that was so good. And I'm just so happy with what happened in this episode. I feel like a lot of good things happened that, I mean, from what you're saying, I could see why it's okay, maybe not much was gleaned off the moment. Not much was progressed necessarily, but it's things I wanted to see that we finally got to see.
Gotcha.
In terms of some auto stuff, and I don't know. That's all I'm going to say about that, but I loved the episode a lot, actually.
Yeah.
So, what did you give this for the score?
Are we doing a percentage, or what are we doing again? Or a letter?
Letter,
right?
yeah. So, for those who know, S to F. S, A, B, C, D, F. So
Yeah, I'm giving it B minus.
B minus.
Yeah.
I'm going up to an S minus.
Nice.
I thought this was the first one that reached an
this
S
is-
for me.
This is the first time where we are really different.
Yeah. And I am looking away at all this unneeded sex as well. I'm not letting that play a part in this. Which if I let it, it would be lower just because it was like quite a bit.
See.
But they weren't a brothel, so they're showing the brothel.
Yeah. And I'm not even really talking about that. I just felt like this episode, with the awesome high points, the awesome conversations, this episode could have been 10 to 15 minutes long. Everything felt so dragged out and I guess we don't want to go too far into it quite yet, but everything just felt so dragged out, and it felt like very unneeded. I'm agreeing with you.
Let's get when we get to the spoilers, I want to go immediately into that. Okay. I want you to give me every point that you think was unneeded, because I'm open to that. I'm very well. You're saying like it's been dragged out, so I want as soon as we get into the non spoilers, I want you to give me your unneededs, and then
gotcha,
because I want to hear that.
Yeah, because we'll go through the plot points, and I'll just
okay. So I guess if we meet at the middle, that's A minus.
Yeah.
And
I'm fine with that.
That's
I
fine.
really am.
Yeah. I mean, we just said that we would do middle of the ground, so there we go.
Because to me, on my grading, entertainment factor, that's why I placed it so low for me.
Because of the unneeded scenes?
Yes. Okay. Just for me, entertainment wise, it was very low for me. But I do know it should be ranked very high as a episode. But for me, dude, I was flipping bored. I really was. I was on my phone for half of it. Dude,
I was not bored at all.
Yeah.
I was feeling so like caught up, and I was like, "Oh, what's gonna happen with this? This is so awkward." I love it.
Oh no, and that was another thing of it, I guess, that it was awkward as crap.
But yeah, but for me, that was good. Like in terms of making a like, an entertaining show, it made it entertaining, and I can't wait to get to it. There's something different about this to scenes we saw in Game of Thrones. This one just felt different, and it felt weird and gross.
This one was a very different, feeling.
Yeah, okay.
I've never felt this way.
Okay,
in Game of Thrones episodes.
Yeah. So I guess that's everything. Let's spoil this. Well, actually, let's get in the news first.
Oh yeah, go. Yeah.
I'm gonna share the news. Okay. So Calvin's love boy, Henry Cavill.
Yes, Cavill.
Cavill. And Elizabeth Olsen, the Scarlet Witch from Marvel, are being eyed for roles in season 2.
I did see that.
Those two actors are amazing. So, they are bigger names, which is fine.
I wonder.
I love when they're not big names in this. Because I don't like to have past knowledge on the actor. I kind of like to feel like a fresh experience. But I mean, it's not bad. I'm just saying they're good actors at least. So
yeah. So do we know what they're looking to be cast as? Because I'm assuming it's not a Targaryen, right? We already got the Targaryens.
Yeah,
the ones
that matter. Yeah.
But I'm trying to think. Henry, I think, have you seen The Witcher on Netflix?
I've seen like 2 episodes, maybe.
Yeah, see, with that if he had white hair, I think he would be a phenomenal looking Targaryen.
Yeah.
But do we have any Targaryens we need to be put into the world?
Yes, I was about to say that. I was like, I don't know if there are any Targaryens just out wandering.
I guess it just depends on the second. I don't think so. Unless he's a Corlys family member or something.
Yeah. I mean, I'm down. Yeah, that'd be sick.
And Elizabeth Olsen is fantastic.
Uh-huh.
She's so good.
She acted her heart out in Doctor Strange Multiverse of Madness.
Oh, she made that. That movie was terrible, but she was completely good. Saved that.
Yeah, she was the entertaining aspect of that movie.
So good.
Yeah, maybe she'll be a Stark.
Ooh.
It is shocking still how much we haven't gone off on other characters,
Yeah, different families.
Yeah, I'm still surprised, but yeah, let's look out for them. That's gonna be awesome. So next up, so maybe you actually will agree with this article title from Men's Health. They said HBO's House of the Dragon featured a slower episode 4, but one that dramatically changed the relationship between Daemon and Rhaenyra. So, no, it's true, the last part. But I just, maybe I need to get my head out of slow with these things. Maybe the way I'm thinking of slow.
I was thinking, do we have a different perception on what we mean by slower?
Yeah, like maybe they're not using it in a derogatory way, like in a bad way. Maybe they mean it like it's a good episode, it's just slower. But to me, it didn't feel slow. I don't know.
I got you.
Maybe it was just because I was entertained throughout, but maybe it was. But it wasn't. We had some really good climaxing on these relationships.
We had multiple.
Huge things. Yeah, it's awesome. Yeah, that's not slow, man. Yeah. Slow is like season 2 of Game of Thrones, where there's no high points. It's just conversation, and they're just kind of moving along. Like the Starks are getting closer to the battle, and now we're learning about the Greyjoys and these things. This is not slow. No, I'm holding my ground. These conversations of excitement, intense, and breaking relationships, that is not slow. Yeah, I'm staying my ground. What do you think?
And it.
You still disagree?
A little bit.
Okay.
I get what you're saying.
Yeah.
But, yeah, I'm just going to keep it as that.
Okay. Okay, let's look at... Okay, Rotten Tomatoes gave this an 87, and IMDb actually broke a 9 now on this one. It gave it a 9.
So
that's more like it, baby.
So they're giving this one the most.
Yeah.
The big, right? Okay.
Which I agreed with.
Gotcha.
I can look again real quick. So, 8.8 for the first one, 8.5, 8.9 for the last one. Really close. And then 9 for this one. Yeah. So, they agree with me. I do feel like I usually can trust IMDb a little more than Rotten Tomatoes, personally, I think. So that's kind of proven right there. Because I did feel like this is the first 9. And then right before this episode, I looked at the scores and I was like, there we go. And then last up, we got the House of the Dragon director says, Episode 4, sex scenes show young women want sex as much as young men. And this episode was directed by a woman. Her name's Claire Kilner. And I immediately thought, I don't know why that message was so important for her to share.
Yeah, I don't
know.
But
she did convey it. The message she was wanting was conveyed. So she got what she wanted, I guess. Yeah.
Do we need to, I mean...
Does that need to be conveyed?
Is there really a question that women like sex too? You know.
Well,
I don't get that.
I feel like a huge theme of this show has all been about feminism, in terms of Rhaenyra.
Yeah.
And then also now this, I feel like a lot of Game of Thrones, it was always from the man's point of view. You know, the man pushing it.
Yeah.
And then we also saw Alicent being thrusted onto by her husband. I mean, we saw that in Game of Thrones. I guess Daenerys was pretty forcive, too, by the end of the show, on some of the men she wanted. So, I guess it's not only for this show, but... Yeah, that was pretty much it for that. That was like one of the top headlines from the actual House of Dragon, you know? And I was like...
Yeah.
I don't know why that matters to them, but...
Yeah.
Okay, so let's get into your... What was dragged out?
So I'm looking back at it. So the first half of the episodes where it was dragging on for me.
Okay.
And I think up to the point of Rhaenyra having sex with Cole. And then after that, I think the second half was pretty on point of this happened. Boom, 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 boom. Conversation. You know. So the first half, let me see. So the whole Rhaenyra's going out. And it started off great, too. With Daemon coming in with the crown and basically just surrendering to the king, his brother.
Yep.
which obviously was a power move, right?
In what way?
That wasn't a true bending the knee, right? I felt no sincerity of him coming in, giving him his crown, bending the knee,
Yeah, I feel like the sincerity wasn't there. Yeah.
Initially, you thought maybe he is, but then after everything he did, it's like, okay, we're back at there's some plot that Daemon's planning on.
Yeah.
Against the king, right?
Yeah.
And then after he gets back is when everything just kind of slows down to me for the first half, specifically going out in the streets. Rhaenyra and Daemon. I felt like that was just way too much. I thought the play, the little Shakespeare little drama play that they were watching was pointless.
Okay.
We know that the common folk don't care about the high king, queen. We get it. Okay. But that thing going through the sex side of it, the boobs, the porn, all that stuff, whatever. That really didn't bother me. I get it. They're walking through a brothel.
Yeah.
But it seriously took 3 times longer than they probably
that's what I
needed
was
to
going
lead
to say as well. Yeah. They didn't have to show as much in the brothel as they did.
No. We get you're in the brothel. Okay, get down to it. And maybe they were just honestly trying to lead up to it. The music, the slow pacing, all the bodies moving around, selling the whole sex cells,
Yeah. It's so slimy, that whole scene.
Oh, I know. Exactly. So slimy.
So good,
It felt so uncomfortable, but it was
so
good. It was very well.
Dude, me and Stacey were holding hands during that episode.
How could you?
No, I grabbed her like, oh, I cannot watch this. Yeah.
Yeah. And then that whole thing, and then obviously when Daemon and Rhaenyra kind of did their little kissy and he backed away.
Yeah.
And then it ended, and then going up to Cole. I thought that Cole and Rhaenyra...
that was way too long, too.
That was way too long. I mean, it was a fun little flirty, come get your helmet.
Yeah, I like that part. Yeah, that part's good.
But it felt way too long. Just get it over with,
You sound fun in bed.
Well, no. I'm just for me watching this. Come on.
Yeah.
But then after that, I'm seriously, the first part of that dang episode was just, it felt like that. That's all it was. But then the second half is where it picked up.
Yeah.
But that's the main points where I'm like, all this could have been cut down to 2 minutes.
That's true.
I don't know.
Okay, so you have shifted me a little bit because I did forget how long that brothel scene was that wasn't needed necessarily, like the lead up. I feel like all of the incest making out was all needed.
Yeah, but that was very quick.
But that was quicker,
Part
it wasn't long, but it wasn't short. It was a good amount of time.
That was fine.
But, yeah, you are right about the Rhaenyra and Cole.
Icky.
That was too long.
That was too...
Because it was way too long.
Like, and going back to what I said before is it just felt like it confirmed everything we already knew. Because there obviously was something with Cole and Rhaenyra.
Rhaenyra.
There's obviously some connection there. They obviously kind of,
She always looked at him. She always looked at Daemon.
Yeah. So we knew stuff was going to happen. It was just, okay, just do it now. You don't need to have more things coming into the picture trying to bring this into one final picture. No, we got it.
Yeah.
You've been hinting through the last 3 episodes. Okay, it's done. We got it. So I just felt like it was dragged on too long.
Okay. Oh, here's what I'll say. I only agree with the Cole scene. Everything else, I don't agree. So, okay, the Daemon gives with the crown. Oh, you said you like that, yeah. So Alicent and Rhaenyra making up, that was good, needed.
Yeah, that was actually very awesome.
Sea Snake making the alliance, the little short council, was good. And then, so running through the streets, I enjoyed this scene a lot actually, and the Shakespeare scene because I enjoyed just seeing Rhaenyra be happy out, free, seeing the world. I enjoyed her face and like seeing stuff. And then the Shakespearean scene, I enjoyed that scene a lot actually because it kind of was like a callback to the shows we saw in Game of Thrones. So I was digging that. But then also, all she was ever being told, she was being told from leaders that she won't be accepted by the people. She never saw it in person. that was such a vivid experience of people all around her, everyone, even the woman and the men, rejecting her and not wanting her to be queen. And then seeing her boo and like her, she's like boo, like no, she's good, like in her kind of fun little way. Yeah. I enjoyed that, but it was just nice to see that she was able to see it firsthand. Like she knows what she's up against now. So I actually enjoyed that scene a lot. Obviously, Daemon and her make out. Well, after the Shakespeare, we saw them holding hands going down the alley, and me and Stacey looked at each other and we're like, "Oh my gosh, don't let this happen." And then then they make out. So awkward. Like every part of me, I was gripping Stacey's hand. I was like, I don't think Stacey was watching really. I think she had the blankets kind of half covered her eyes. But yeah, like in Game of Thrones, seeing Jaime bang one out with Cersei, it never felt like that. I was never like, ugh. Maybe it is because Daemon's so much older, right? I think that's what it is. And Rhaenyra looks young.
What made me feel weird is the last 4 episodes has been years, right? But it's the same actress. She still looks the same.
Yeah.
So to me, she's this little 12-year-old.
Yeah. Yeah, I think that's what it is.
What threw me off, and my wife. So that's what was disgusting. I mean, honestly, like you said, Cersei and Jaime, that didn't bother me one bit.
Yeah. Well, let me take that back.
But it's just what?
I think there are we have 3 different tiers of incest in Game of Thrones. The worst one has been Daemon and Rhaenyra. Yep. So weird. Jaime and Cersei, I'm always like, gross, whatever. And then we got Daenerys and Jon, and I root for it. I like it. Let's go. Get it on.
Oh, I gotcha.
So we got 3 different versions from terrible all the way to I enjoy it and I want it. Get it going. And it's funny because Daenerys and Jon are the exact situation as Rhaenyra and Daemon. Aunt and niece. Yeah. Or
I gotcha.
It's funny. But yeah, I think it is just the fact that she looks young still.
Yeah.
And it was so awkward.
Yeah. No, it is. Okay, so what was happening? So what did you get out of that? So what I got out of it, and let me know how you felt was, so I felt like there was obviously a plan in motion, right? That Daemon was purposely taking her down there.
Yep.
But do you think the plan was to get with her, sleep with her, impregnate her? Because obviously he felt uncomfortable at the end, right? Turned away and then went to other whores.
Yeah.
So was the plan for him to actually sleep with her? And he just was like, crap, no, I shouldn't be doing this,
Okay.
So was that the plan to just be seen, get caught, make it look like that happened? Because his or was it supposed to be that way and he wanted to pursue more, but was like, crap, nope, I got to stop now. There's 3 different ways I can see this, and I want to know which way you saw it as. Okay. To me, I thought it was a part of the plan. He's like, crap, this is my niece. I love her. She's family. I don't want to do this. I'm out.
Okay, watching it, my thought was, yes, what you said.
Okay.
Right? I want it, but as soon as he had it, he's like, I can't do this, right? That's what you said? Yeah. Yep, and he's like, okay, too much, I'm leaving. This is...
Yeah.
I can't do this. But then I read IMDb and I wrote this down. So they actually wrote out a description of the episode explaining what was going on with the characters, which I didn't know they did this, but... So it said, Daemon is fueled by a desire to get back at his brother, the king, but when Rhaenyra is not only not shocked, but interested in hooking up with Daemon, the prince is then literally stunned.
Yeah.
So...
Okay.
So that is different than what I felt coming off the episode. Is he was just wanting to kiss her. So it seems like he wanted to kiss her, have people notice, but then when she actually wanted it, I feel like that maybe changed his entire mindset, right? Because then later he asks Viserys that if he can marry Rhaenyra.
Yeah.
So it's like in the moment that was not even a thought in his head, but now he's like, okay, I could do this. I want to marry her.
Yeah.
So, yeah, that's what I got now.
Okay, so did you think it was planned? So this is my... So to me, I thought it was a Daemon and Otto plan, correct? If you recall, when Daemon comes to the Great Hall to give Viserys the hammer or whatever,
Okay,
he
go.
looks at Otto.
Yeah.
He looks at Otto. And so me, when I saw that, I'm like, okay, there's obviously something there, right?
Yeah.
There's a plan, and then this whole thing happened. So I'm just curious on if the plan was... I'm assuming it's just to get caught. And I think it was that desire. He wanted it, and he's like, oh, crap, okay, let's hang back a little bit. Because that's when his little puppet, little child, ratted him out, right?
Yep.
Went back up to Otto, and
Yep.
so...
Okay. Yes, that is true. I totally forgot that they had that look. But as you say that, I remember that. Dude,
Yeah.
you're right. Well, I knew it was planned, but... at least that was my assumption. But you're right. It probably was alongside Otto. And it wasn't just Otto working off it, and working for himself. But it actually was a plan.
Yeah.
Oh, interesting.
Now, it just makes me wonder, though, was the plan for Daemon to want to marry Rhaenyra? Is that a part of the plan? Or is that his desire coming out going, oh, crap, I actually want to marry her? You know what I mean?
Mm.
Is it a power thing, or is it actually a lust-love thing
I think...
at that point?
Oh, wait, sorry. Are you... Well... I think it was all purely just so people would not want her to be queen anymore, right?
Okay, yeah.
Okay, yeah. But then...
I think that was the goal, right?
Yeah.
That was the goal
But then...
from our side of it, but I think it built more up for Daemon to go, oh, crap, this is kind of what I want,
Yeah.
right?
Yes.
Okay.
So, that's what I want to ask you now. So, coming right off that, she immediately has sex with Cole.
Yep. Well, she didn't get satisfied, right?
Yes. Yeah, she didn't get satisfied. But my other thought was, did she want to, test him out and see if it felt different than Daemon or, her family?
Maybe.
That was my thought, actually.
Okay. I didn't think about that.
I want to
but
test
that's
him out
possible.
and see if his kiss feels better or worse, Because I like him, too. Yeah. I don't know. That was my only thought there.
Yeah, I'm curious on if they take it more in depth with Cole, or if that was just a one-time thing.
Oh, I think
because as we know, because as we know, she's basically accepted to be married to Corlys' son, right?
Yes, yeah.
What's his name? Layman or
Lehman? Not Lehman. I'll tell you that much right now.
yeah,
Lenore?
Lenore, yeah,
Lenore or something like that.
Yeah, I think something like that.
Yeah.
So she now has accepted to marry Lenore, correct? Or that's what it sounded like.
Yeah. So that's why I'm curious is, was her, making out with her uncle and then having sex with a dude? Did she feel like she now broke the barrier? She's had her experiences, and now she's okay with just being married off? Because she just gave into it.
Yeah.
When Viserys...
Well, does she now realize how much of a political headache she is?
Oh, like she's just pleasing her father because she made him mess up.
She's just like, okay, I screwed up so bad. Let's just,
Yeah, I can see that. Yeah.
But she doesn't really give into that type of stuff so easily, so I don't know.
But yeah, she just gave right in.
Because was she also... It didn't kind of portray that, though. Was
Wait.
she also nervous about her feelings for Daemon? It was like, crap, this is not... I shouldn't pursue this, so okay, let's get married. Let's get this.
Maybe, but I was also going to say maybe she saw the people's reactions to her being queen, and she knows she needs to marry someone who will actually help her, politically.
Yeah.
So that could be the other thing.
Yeah.
She's like, it's over. I just need to give into it because it's the only way I can maybe get the people to be on my side.
Yeah.
Well, next on, I want to talk about Viserys for a second because he is a titan of acting in this show. He has been the...
What's his name? Patty
Constantine. I'm in the teaser we got. I'll be very sad if he goes next episode because he has been.
Watch it.
He has been a huge.
Watch the teasers.
Okay. Well,
Are they portraying? They portraying that he's going to die? Oh, okay.
Not necessarily has to die this episode, next episode, but like it's gonna happen basically.
Yeah.
Which,
well,
you see his body when he's having sex.
He looks pretty ragged.
Yeah, it looks pretty bad. And then his finger, like he had both his fingers gone. Right?
Both his fingers gone.
His pinky and his ring finger on his right hand, I think, just black and gone. So, just want to give my respect to him. What'd you say?
Yeah. Oh, the throne is very much not accepting him.
Why does he keep sitting on that thing, dude?
I don't know. It looks so uncomfortable.
Getting stabbed. Well, yeah, so I feel like Viserys, in the second half of the episode, just brought so much emotion for me that coming off the episode, I was like, this has to be an S for me, because when Viserys learns of their acts from Hightower, just the way he acts, and then when he quarrels with Daemon, and then dropping Hightower, it's all him, and he does so good in every scene, man.
And then he has a conversation with Rhaenyra.
Yeah, and he has that conversation with the dagger. There's so much, and my hat's off to him, dude. Just so good. And he's been kind of the strong point of the show still for me.
Yeah.
So.
And that's why I kind of rated it so low, is because that whole everything there was everything we already knew that I felt like was happening,
Wait. Everything, like, all the stuff with Viserys?
Yeah, just talking about Otto and, there's obviously a plan. He doesn't fit in the... I already felt that way. I already knew something was up.
Yeah.
So everything that was talked to and about... It was already in my mind, so nothing new. It was just now coming to an end of, okay.
Well, here's the thing. We knew it, but the characters didn't.
No, I get it.
Yeah. Viserys did not
excited. Yeah. No, I get it.
I did not expect him to drop Otto like that.
No, not like that.
Like, we all knew that this could happen in the future.
Yeah.
But, like, it was just, like, sudden.
Yeah.
And Rhaenyra really played the role to make it happen. She said, what must be done with Otto? And then he's like, I'll listen to the future queen.
Yeah.
She's helping me, I'll help her, type of thing. So.
Yep.
But man. Did Otto ever look at Viserys' face?
I don't think so.
From the angle, I love the act. I loved that whole scene was so good. I loved how he was just like always just looking a little down. And I'm curious how he's gonna play a role. Like, is he gonna live out in the city now and then like somehow keep making his presence known? He's just gonna have to play in the shadows, I guess, which he already was doing.
But I guess his daughter is a flipping queen, so I bet he doesn't have to go far.
I guess you're right.
Yeah.
It's just, if I was Viserys, I'd kick him out far away.
Yeah.
So he couldn't play any role.
But that whole conversation was awesome. About just, it seemed like everything, a light bulb went off in his head. Yeah. Like, oh crap, this happened. You benefited. Yep. Oh, that was a good master plan there. If no, it was awesome.
Do you think through his recollection about Otto, will this make him fall out of love with Alicent?
Ooh, I don't know.
Because as a person. Usually good shows tend to do what is the natural feeling, just to keep it normal. If it was my situation, I would feel like I was played, and if I'm the king, I can do whatever the frick I want. So I'd probably not really want to deal with her. Like your father played me. He had you. Yeah, it was all fake.
Okay, so I guess, do you feel like Alicent actually loves him? I'm not sure anymore.
I wrote this down here. I said, Alicent cares by giving the tub bath, right? Yes. The nurses weren't cleaning him, but she wanted to. So that happened the first off, and I was like, oh, nice. Okay. Yeah. She does love him. I was thinking, and then, literally, like, the second scene after going to Rhaenyra, they then showed again the having sex, and she did not seem to care.
Yeah. So was it just the whole woman duty of just bearing children? Is that what she despises?
Maybe, yeah.
You know, that's all she's good for. That's all she's been used for since.
And she doesn't, yeah. But it seems like she does care emotionally about him.
Yeah, yeah.
Still. Because he's a nice guy. Why wouldn't she, you know?
I can't.
He doesn't give
I
any
can't
reason not to.
Yeah, I can't put my finger on it. I don't know which way that's going. Because that obviously gave us two different Allisons and two different feelings. And
Yeah.
and I just don't know if which one is an auto feeling and, you know, the plan. Because she might still be in
you're
cahoots
saying
with
the...
a dad.
You're saying the tub scene was her pretending?
Yeah, I don't know. Not anymore.
Ooh. There's just so many open-ended questions still.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know how loyal do we think Daemon is right now?
I don't think he's loyal to... Well, to who?
Well, to Viserys. Do you think he doesn't...
Oh, he can't be, can he? He doesn't respect him. He doesn't... He's willing to basically ruin or break up the relationship between the father-daughter, right? I mean, does he have any...
You're right.
I mean, even with Corlys,
Yep.
did they actually... See,
Yeah.
is there a plan with Corlys and him
Maybe.
to take over the throne? See,
So here's the other thing. The only reason why I said that is because of the beginning of the episode. His will be all nice, but I'm realizing he was doing that to be fake, right?
I'm assuming so. I didn't feel any
Dude,
truth.
This is just a freaking Thor and Loki situation.
Yeah,
Just kill him. Get him out of your life, honestly.
Yep.
Viserys is too nice. He doesn't need to deal with it.
Yeah.
And wait, so that's what I want to ask you.
Yeah.
I forgot to write that down. What was Viserys's... That's the other really good part of the episode, which is Viserys learning of the axe, his face, and then when he confronts Daemon, S tier acting everything. But what did Viserys tell Daemon? Like, what was his sentence? Do you remember?
No, not on the top of my head.
Yeah.
It was powerful, though, wasn't it?
I literally have no recollection of what...
You're saying when Damon was on the floor?
Yeah. What did he sentence him to? I also love how Viserys walks with his sword, like as a cane.
Oh, yeah.
It looks cool. Except he probably blunt the edge of the sword, but the tip of the sword.
He doesn't use it.
Yeah, you're right.
He is a... Let me see. Okay, I'm trying to...
You bring it up?
Yeah, I'm just
Okay,
gonna... You are a plague, you destroyed me. And then he's like, yeah, give me her to wife. Return the House of the Dragon to all its glory.
Yes.
Yep. Let's see. Oh, go back to the Vale. Go back to his wife. Yep.
Oh.
Which he already sentenced him to once already, but he didn't do it. He went to Dragonstone instead.
Yeah. He's not gonna do
And
it.
he's saying he doesn't care what he does, as long as you're gone from my sight for good.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Yeah.
So not as big as I was thinking, but still big. Get out of my sight forever. Okay.
Yeah.
Wait, so I did not realize that his wife is from the Vale?
Yeah.
Huh.
And I want to see her so bad because he rips into her all the time.
It's hilarious. He said she's ugly, right?
Yeah, beastly woman.
Okay.
Yeah.
Maybe he'll be dropped from the moon door.
Ooh, that would be cool.
Mother, I want him dead. Oh, I love the line. Probably my favorite line. No, it's probably not.
What?
I just love when Viserys says, "You are my political headache" to Rhaenyra.
Oh, yeah.
You are my political headache. Okay, I think last up is honestly the dagger. And that whole scene was just a recall to Game of Thrones. Really.
Yeah, right. Okay.
This dagger was with multiple kings. If you pulled it in the flame, it says the Song of Ice and Fire. Something along those lines.
Yep.
Which is, I mean, it's just really cool. I dig that.
Yeah.
Very Lord of the Rings-esque, but
nothing new came out of that, right?
no, I
I've
don't
watched
think
that
so.
scene a handful of times, and I'm like, what am I? If I'm missing something, but I don't think I am.
No.
Yeah.
But yeah, it does also show how important. I mean, even though they still won the Battle of the Ice and Fire and Ice, whatever, it just showed how important Robert Baratheon's battle was, killing the Targaryens, because that whole thing was gone.
Yeah.
Literally years before they needed it.
Yep.
Let me see. Yeah, that's everything, huh? Well, I guess then it ends with
Just
the birth control.
Yeah, which I had no idea that's what that was.
Oh, really?
That scene happened. Yeah, that scene happened. I looked at him like, what the crap is that? She's like, getting rid of the baby, aborting the baby, getting rid of, I'm like, okay, makes sense.
In case Cole's baby's in there.
Well, they think it's Daemon's though, right?
Yeah.
If it actually happened.
No, it didn't happen. Oh, sorry, yeah. But Cole might have gotten her pregnant.
Yeah.
If his little guys are good enough.
I can't remember. Did I ask you? Do you think Cole's gonna be a bigger part, or is he gonna be just on the sideline as?
It seems like it, man.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'd put a lot of money on it.
Okay.
In some facet, he's gonna be important.
Yeah. Gotcha.
Yeah, and then for the teaser.
Yeah. So what happened in the teaser?
Teaser is Rhaenyra and Lenore's wedding. I don't think it's Lenore. That sounds wrong. But, yeah, their wedding takes place.
Yep.
And then Viserys is shown, and I can't remember if they showed his body again, but then they basically mention Otto Hightower says he will die, like soon, or just like saying he will die, because of his sickness. And he tells Alicent,
Oh, the king will die.
yeah, so,
Okay,
Viserys will die. And then Otto tells Alicent, Aegon must be ready because people will not accept Rhaenyra as queen. So the exact same theme we've had for the first 4 episodes again is said, because literally every episode they've shown that.
Okay.
So, but yeah, the big thing was Viserys is gonna die now or soon, and I am so curious. Rhaenyra cannot hold the crown for even 1 second, because that would break what has been said. So I'm just so interested. If he dies, what events quickly transpire? Because I feel like Rhaenyra is going to be quick, like literally soon after. Quickly, something happens. I don't know. Daemon attacks, or I don't know. But yeah, so I'm very excited for the next episode. If Viserys dies, I'll be a sad boy. Sad boy hours.
He can't die. He's gonna last a while.
You think so?
I don't think he's gonna last the end of the season. Or he'll last until the season. I think.
Okay, I can see that.
I don't think he's gonna last the series. Heck no.
Let's see, 5. So that'd be 5, and there's 10 this season, right?
They're 10 or 8.
I think Rings of Power is 8. No,
Oh, okay.
Rings of Power. One of them is 8. One's 10, I think.
I gotcha. Let's look real quick.
Yeah.
On IMDb, there's
take a
what?
peek.
10 episodes. Yeah,
Okay.
10.
Yeah. That'd be hard for me to believe that he's in it for 5 more. Because I guess if they just slowed the time down, they could do whatever the freak they want, I guess.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's pretty much it, huh? You got anything else?
No.
Awesome.
No. The acting was on point. That's what I'm gonna say. The acting and the script was very good.
Mm-hmm. And that's what you need to make Sawyer happy.
And now I'm so, and I was. I'm just very intrigued. So I thought this episode was gonna be a lot more intense by the way the teaser looked last week, right? Didn't it seem like it was way more action-packed?
Not necessarily.
No. Okay.
I was thinking it'd be like,
I'm getting Rings of Power all switched up.
yeah, just these conversations, these exciting, intense conversations. That's what the trailer kind of showed. And
I gotcha.
It hit the mark.
It hit them. Gotcha.
I was enthralled. But yeah, thanks for listening. Have a good day. Bless you.
Yep, peace.